Hello students, welcome back to this channel. Today we are going to see class 12 physics first lesson electrostatics. One mark question and answer important points. We have been seeing this for the past few days. So this is the part 5 of this series. Come on, let us see the important points. The direction of the electric field E vector. Number 1, at a point on the axial line. It is directed along the direction of dipole moment vector, that is P vector. At a point on the axial line, the direction of the electric field is along the direction of the dipole moment vector. Second one is at a point on the equatorial plane. It is directed opposite to the direction of the dipole moment vector, that is along minus P vector. So in the case of a point on the axial line, the direction of the electric field and the direction of the dipole moment are in the same direction. But when it comes to the case of at a point on the equatorial plane, the direction of the electric field and the direction of the dipole moment, they are in opposite direction. That's why it is given as along minus P vector. There it is given along P vector. Next point. Torque experienced by an electric dipole in the uniform electric field. What is meant by torque? The rotating force experienced by an electric dipole when it is placed in the uniform electric field. The expression for it is tau. It is a Greek letter, goes by the name tau. Tau is equal to small p capital E sin theta, or in vector notation it is written as tau is equal to small p vector into capital E vector. Next point. The magnitude of the torque when the dipole is aligned perpendicular to the electric field. Now there is an uniform electric field. In that electric field, a dipole is placed, but in what way it is placed? The dipole is placed perpendicular to the direction of the electric field. So here the angle becomes 90 degree. So what happens? Now come to this expression, tau is equal to Pe sin theta, so which is equal to Pe sin 90 degree. You know that sin 90 degree is equal to 1. So tau is equal to Pe into 1, which is equal to Pe. Tau is equal to Pe. That's what is given here. So when it is perpendicular to the direction of the electric field, the tau becomes Pe. That is, the torque becomes maximum when the dipole is aligned perpendicular to the direction of the electric field. Let us move on to the next question. The magnitude of the torque when the dipole is aligned with the electric field. That is, here both the direction of the electric field and the direction of the dipole are in the same direction. So what happens to the angle? Here the angle becomes 0. So what is the expression for tau? Tau is equal to Pe sin theta. So there if we substitute sin 0, what is the value for sin 0? 0. So altogether the torque, that is the tau, becomes 0. That is, the torque becomes minimum. When the torque becomes minimum? When the dipole is aligned with the electric field. In other words, the dipole is aligned along the direction of the electric field. Then the theta becomes 0. Then the torque, that is the tau, becomes 0. That is, the torque becomes minimum. Next one. In a uniform electric field, the dipole experiences only a torque. That is, when the dipole is placed in a uniform electric field, the dipole experiences only a rotating force called torque. But at the same time, in a non-uniform electric field, the dipole experiences a net force in addition to the torque. So in the case of a non-uniform electric field, the dipole experiences a torque. In addition to that, it experiences a net force also. So two types of forces are acting when a dipole is placed in a non-uniform electric field. One is a net force and another one is a rotating force called torque. The next point is the unit of electric potential, joule per coulomb. That is joule divided by coulomb or joule. If the C power 1 goes this side, it becomes C power minus 1. So joule per coulomb. This joule per coulomb is equal to volt. So the unit of electric potential is joule per coulomb or volt. Electric potential due to a point charge. There is a point charge on its axial line. Let us consider a point. At that point, the electric potential due to that point charge, this expression is V is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q by R. Next point. If the source charge Q is positive, then the electric potential V is also positive. That is, the electric potential V is greater than 0. That is, V is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q by R. If the source charge Q is negative, then the electric potential V is also negative. That is, V is less than 0. That is, V is equal to minus 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q by R. So the electric potential depends on the source charge. If the source charge is positive, then the potential is also positive. And the value of potential, I mean the expression for potential comes as positive. If the source charge is negative, then the electric potential V is also negative. Then the expression for potential comes in negative with the minus sign. With this video has come to an end. Let us meet in the next video with another set of questions.
Like, share and comment and subscribe our channel and click the bell button for more videos. Thank you.